Cool. Hello everybody, I'm on behind, aka Darwin Nelson, MetalHandGrand.com, and I'm really happy to say we're here with Victor, and I'm sorry I read... David from Almanac.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hello everybody.
So straight off the bat then, you're promoting the new album Kingslayer, which was only released about 5 months ago now.
Yes.
How would you say the response to that has been so far?
Perfect, really, really great. People like it.
Yeah.
It's been really good so far. You know, you make a second record after the first one, and it was really well accepted, and it's gone really well. Yeah.
Awesome. The first album, SAR, was a concept album, obviously on Ivan the Terrible. I'll come back to that later. Where does Kingslayer stand when it comes to the lyrics?
Well, with Kingslayer, we messed around with the idea of maybe doing another concept record, but at the end of the day, we decided it was a better way to go, because at the time Andy wrote sort of half the record, I wrote half the record, and Jeanette actually debuted on one track. And it's just sort of a lot of different things. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's really fully connected to the Kingslayer thing,
right.
But one idea that we had and we sort of went through with was different important people, heroic people in the world. For example, Guilty as Charged is about Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you won't go the same way, like it's hard, historical way.
Yeah.
So we like this combination.
I think it's a really good way to focus on. It's very interesting to listen to.
Yes.
And there's no shortage of historical characters.
No.
I noticed you say sort of heroes throughout history, even though the first album was Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah, that was a little bit obviously more negative.
Yeah,
in that respect.
But then that makes for a more metallic subject.
Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? You know, it fits perfect to the music, of course.
Yeah. Lots of materials. It's all about metal.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things I noticed about Kingslayer in particular was the artwork, which is really fucking cool. So to put it bluntly, who did the artwork for Kingslayer?
Julia Havanchuk is the same guy who did the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I like his style very much because it's kind of combination between old painting style and modern computer style.
Yeah.
So it's really very deep.
Yeah, very good. Victor, you've kind of gotten the tag of guitar hero over the years for your time with Rage and everything, and any review I've seen, any YouTube comment is always, oh, I fucking got the best guitarist in the world, best guitarist in metal right now.
Give my best. Keep training a lot.
And you've, I've read you released one of the biggest selling instructional DVDs, guitar.
Yeah, it was it's huge success in Germany and School of Metal. And I prepare already a new one, so in September we'll release a new one. It's very interesting for me because I teach a lot, in some university, and jam a lot with different guitar players and make instrumental music, play some festivals. I like very much all this get new information about playing.
Very cool. Obviously, you have 3 singers, and I know you've talked before about the need for them. They're all very different singers. Do you believe that having 3 different singers, and it's for you as well, Dave, works better when you're describing like a concept album like SAR or historical subjects? You can all lend your own unique part of the story, if you like. It's almost like character voices.
Absolutely. I think that's what we tried to do, and I think we succeeded with that. It's not always easy to sort of know to know who should play which part. I mean, Andy had definitely more of an aggressive voice, and I was more, you could say, a melodic.
Yeah.
The melodic voice, and then Jeanette would sort of come in with the colour of her voice. She would do spots on the first record, the second record she was a little bit more featured, And
for me, as a composer, it's really great to have more than one singer, because you can build dynamic in every song. So it's.
Well, we record everything, and then we decide sort of. It's in a way, it's a shame in a way, because you're putting everything into it, and you think, oh, that verse is amazing, but at the end of the day, Andy would then sing it.
Yeah. It's a little bit like in the old Motown days. They'd all record the same song, but not everyone would get to release it as the same.
Okay, wow. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we don't want to make any compromise. So till the last mix, we're looking for the best combination.
Very cool. And obviously, I mean, I probably should have brought this up at the beginning, but we're here with Leaves, Eyes and Mine as well. So how's the pairing come about?
Yeah, I like very much this combination, this package. It's really working well. And start with guys from Leaves, Eyes, because I always recording orchestra for Leaves, Eyes.
Yeah.
So I know Alex very well. And so yeah, we talk about this 3-band package, and I think it fits really cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And not really nice people, so it makes the whole tour experience even better, you know.
Yeah, it's very much, not to take anything away from the guitarist, etc., but it seems to be very much vocalist based. All 3 bands have incredible vocalists in the band, and mine have got as many vocalists as they have fingers.
Music-wise, arrangement, you know, all 3 bands have very deep arrangement. It's very interesting to hear.
Absolutely. That's it. I didn't mean any disrespect. It was just the way that all 3 bands have such what's the word? Dynamic singers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. He obviously, like I said earlier, you did the first album, Tsar, focus on Ivan the Terrible. Why do you think today people are still so fascinated with the man or the myth, as it were?
I mean, it's nothing changed, you know. There's all history repeat again and again. All terrible things, you know. We never learn from mistake what we did before, and all this fighting for who's the most powerful, and
It's just mankind. It's just a continual circle, you know. And this was something that was definitely set in stone in history, and you know, we decided that we wanted to talk about it and to describe it with music, and that's what we did, you know.
Absolutely.
Because in the moment we have the same trouble, you know.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, war, and
Dictators.
yes.
And then, at least though, yesterday we had some positive news with Korea, so we've officially ended the war. That's all good. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
I didn't know. We're on tour, you see.
I said Kim Jong-un, the South Korean leader, were holding hands and
Oh, really?
signed a peace agreement and all this sort of thing.
Oh, great. So now they can all produce cheap TVs over there and take over the world, man.
Together, why not? Kingslayer, came out only about 18 months or so after SAR, possibly even less than that. Can you see quick album releases being a thing for Almanac, or is this?
We're not really planning this. It was a lot of idea, a lot of new songs, or we just keep working, you know. So it was not planning like this. We just have enough songs, we rehearse and go in studio. So maybe because we tour a lot with Star, we did a lot of tour we did, and some festivals between. So was how to say, band was really warm up, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, we've done the two tours, and you know, Victor came up with the next songs, and I suppose anyway I was surprised myself. And the recording process with us is it's not a long thing, you know. We go in the studio. I think vocal wise we probably need about maybe 4 or 5 days.
And all this tour experience helped us to compose new songs. You know, we even know, okay, sound better like this, and we maybe become a little bit more heavier.
Yeah.
Less orchestrating, because we feel okay. It's easier for us to bring this power on stage. You know, this way.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, and I may be well wider than Mark, but because I don't know your age, I'm not going to ask. It's rude. But I would imagine when you were a child and possibly teenage years as well, Belarus was still part of the Soviet Union. How difficult was it to discover Western rock and metal music at that time?
Yeah, this was quite difficult. but you can always find a way, you know. So
Yeah. I know there was Russian bands like Aria and
yeah,
a few others.
I play with guys, so
Yeah.
it's a friend of mine, and yeah, but otherwise, you know, in Russia it was perfect musical education.
Okay.
So you know, when I started studying with music, I was 6 years old, and you get really a lot of classical, jazz, and theory, and it helped me a lot. So when Perestroika started, and yeah, we start travel worldwide. So
Yeah.
get very quickly the whole information, and there was a lot of students in this time, so foreigner students, and,
Oh, okay.
and they bring always LPs, and it was sometimes difficult to get, so dangerous to buy some
Yeah.
LPs, but you find always.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'll leave it there because I know you've got a
Yeah.
very tight schedule, but thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you for support.